Hi, Tristan. Nice to meet you. My name's Jade.
Hi, Jade. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Would you feel more comfortable taking a seat or standing today?
I can sit down.
Okay. So, did you find your way here okay?
Yeah, I had to take the bus, so it was a little bit. Sometimes I mess up navigating my way on the bus system, but it's okay. I made it here
Yeah, sometimes I mess up the bus too. It can be crazy sometimes.
for sure.
I can't believe we still have snow in March.
I know. I'm absolutely over it. I'm ready for it to be warm. I'm ready to get out of the winter blues, so to speak, right? And longer days, and yeah, I'm ready for it.
I'm also definitely not a fan of the snow. I'd much rather it be sunny so I can do more so summer activities. But I've checked the forecast and it seems to be clearing up a little bit, so
We'll get there. We'll get there
we'll
for
definitely
sure.
get there.
Yeah.
So have you ever been to counseling before?
I'd like to say yes and no. I tried a few times and I didn't really connect, I guess would be the right word to use, with my counselor.
Okay.
It just I don't know, it wasn't like the right fit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, but in fairness to the counselor, I didn't really go back and try very hard. I kind of I guess I wasn't ready at the time, but I kind of have a lot going on now, so I decided maybe it would be good for me to try again.
Well, I'm sorry you had a bad experience. Hopefully we can have a better one here today.
Yeah.
So, I would like to share with you what we're doing in this counseling session today. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So, I am a first year student in the social services program. And when I'm in the social services program, I have to take a course called interviewing counseling.
Okay.
So, I'm required to do a practice counseling session with you to show my professor my counseling skills.
Okay.
I appreciate your willingness to work with me in this practice session today.
Yeah.
So, have you ever heard of the word confidentiality before?
Yeah.
Okay, so, confidentiality is my promise to you to make sure I don't share any personal information unless you have thoughts of hurting yourself or others.
Okay.
So, I have this form to read to you about confidentiality. Is that okay with you?
Sure.
So, as a student, I cannot offer any form of legal confidentiality. However, anything you say to me in this practice will remain confidential, except for certain expectations that require me to report. Even as a student, I must report if you're experiencing any senses of harming yourself or others, or any indications of child abuse or neglect.
Okay.
I will be recording our session for today for my personal learning and listening. My professor will view the session to access my counseling skills.
Okay.
If you become uncomfortable at any time, we can turn off the recording. My goal is to make you feel comfortable, so the video recording does not affect our practice session in any way.
Okay.
Without additional written permission, I will not share this recording with anyone, so you can feel free to say whatever you like.
Sounds good.
I'm an experienced counselor, so this practice session helps me improve on my interviewing and counseling skills. I benefit from feedback about my performance, so that can help me figure out where I might fit in when I go and get my job.
Okay.
and input from you would be very helpful. I may ask you for written or verbal feedback to evaluate my experience with my counseling session.
Okay.
So, can you fill in this form? Basically, just understanding everything I have just said to you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, before we begin, I'm wondering if there's anything else I can do to make you feel more comfortable.
No, I think I'm okay right now, but I'll definitely let you know if something comes up.
Okay, thank you. Can you walk me through what's been happening lately?
To put it like in one word, I would say like overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
I sort of have a lot going on. I am a mature student, so I'm actually a student at Durham College.
Okay.
And I have a daughter who's in Durham College currently. And then I have two younger daughters. They're both 17, and they're getting ready to go to college or university. They graduate this June.
Mm-hmm.
And I quit my job because I wasn't making enough money or gaining enough hours.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what initially like led me into school and making that decision to leave the workforce, get a degree, obtain a degree, and then see if that would like help my financial situation better.
Yeah.
But with that comes extra bills, and even though I was making like a little bit of income and it wasn't enough, now it's no income, right? Because I don't have time, I guess, to work and go to school. And I know people do it, and I don't understand how they do it because I'm just super overwhelmed right now.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like a lot to deal with.
Yeah, it is. It has been.
So what I'm hearing is you have 3 beautiful children, I'm sure, and all of them are in school, and then you're struggling to spend time with them while also trying to find work, but you can't, on top of all of your schoolwork that you're dealing with.
Yeah, like it's just so much. Like sometimes it's just, did I make the right decision by leaving my job? Did I, this schooling aspect, this new chapter, so they say, in my life is 4 years long, right?
Yeah.
And I know, like, I'm in second year, so the first year it was okay. But I just think, like, wow, I have 3 more years to go, and I have to get my youngest 2 ready and off to college or university, and how much money is that going to cost, and where is the money going to come from? And like, I don't want them to have to take out student loans because like, I started my life off in debt.
Mm-hmm.
And you always want better for your kids. So like, I don't know how all the pieces, I guess, are going to come together to make everything work.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's where, like, I'm struggling the most.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like a lot on your shoulders.
Yeah.
Out of all the things that you have just listed to me, what do you think is the most important out of everything to deal with?
Honestly, I don't know. I think that's why I decided to come to talk to somebody today because I think I need some help, maybe like managing my priorities, I guess. And I struggle a little bit with like understanding what the most important thing to do is, because in my head, when I think about it, right, like let's just go through them. Like school is the most important for me in my education because it's going to lead me to a better job. So that would be my number one. But also having enough money to send my two youngest to college or university is the most important because that's their future. So I would put that as my number one. Also, I have an older daughter who's already in school and needs help with, groceries and gas and whatever she needs, like stuff comes up for her. I'm not done being her parent and stuff. So she relies on me financially. So, or should I be starting to look for a part-time job because it would ease the money a little bit? So is that my number one priority? So when I think about it all together, I can't figure out what the number one thing is, because to me it's all number one.
Well, in the session today, hopefully we're going to help you tackle all those situations together.
Yeah, I'd really appreciate that, because I just think my brain is just so scrambled right now.
Yeah.
And I keep going back to the overwhelmed feeling.
I can appreciate how much has been going on. And what I want to know is that you're not wrong or alone and in having those thoughts.
Thank you. That means a lot.
So the topic I'm hearing the most of in this session today is that you may be struggling a little bit in your priorities.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering how you would feel if we worked together on building a priority list together.
I think that would be amazing if we could do that, because, like I've shared, I kind of feel like everything is number one and it all has to be done at the same time, and that's obviously not reality in the way it works. So, yeah, if we could get a priority list together and something that tangible that I could follow, I think that would be a very good idea.
Yeah, we totally can. But before we do that, I would like to know what feels like the most important change you would like to see.
Oh, that's a good question. I think I just want a sense of, you know, that sense of like it's all going to be okay and it's all going to work out, and
one sense of kind of calming the voices that are all going on in your head.
100%. 100%. That calming, that, yeah, that's exactly it.
Okay, so when you look at your situation through another perspective, what else might be going on that is making the situation kind of feel like so big?
Well, I think I tend to put a lot on my own shoulders. So, like I said, my two youngest are 17 and my oldest is 19. And in reality, they could be doing a lot more for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But when I backtrack that and I'm being perfectly honest with myself, I don't really allow them
Mm-hmm.
to take that on.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that if I could learn a little bit of tools of like letting go, not letting go, but just not having to take everything on myself and gently push them or understand that, you know, they're not babies anymore, because I always say, oh, my babies, but in reality they're not, right? They're the two youngest are going to be 18 in a month, and the oldest is going to be 20. So taking some pressure off myself and allowing them to feel a little bit more, I think I have that going on, right? That fear of cutting the cord, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, letting go can definitely be very emotional. Even if your children are older, that can be very, very emotional.
Yeah, it's hard, right? Like my whole life I've done everything for them, and I'm not emotionally ready for everybody to grow up. So I think that I could benefit from some tools and conversations with how that can look in the future, and understand that like it's gonna be okay, right? They're still gonna come home and see me, and I'm still their parent, and I just have to step, I guess, into a different role now, and what that looks like. But I think I could definitely benefit from some conversations around that aspect of things, for sure.
Yeah, that sounds amazing, actually.
Yeah.
So is there any strengths that you think you might be overlooking in this situation that you're having?
Well, see, I could sit there and I could list all my strengths, and I know what they are.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm a great mom. I know I'm a good provider. I know that I'm really smart and in school. I know that I've gotten them this far. I know that my bills are paid and I'm a hard worker. I know all these things.
Mm-hmm.
But, and it's a big but, in my day-to-day and everyday life, I have a hard time remembering them. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, like I have a hard time putting them into play, or remembering that they're there, or understanding that I have this whole list of strengths and abilities. And truthfully, when I'm overwhelmed and I'm thinking of everything that I have going on and that I have to figure out, my strengths, so to speak, don't come into play.
Okay. Yeah, we can definitely, something that could help you with that is we could list your strengths on maybe a piece of paper, and then you could hang it up somewhere, and that would help you remember that you're strong and you can get through this.
Oh, I like that idea.
Yeah.
Something to see, right? Every day as, Yeah, that's good.
Definitely. Yeah. Is there anything that you're doing through yourself to get through this time?
Like self-care, you mean?
Yeah.
I'm terrible at self-care.
Mm-hmm.
I really am. I know that it's important. And in my particular program, we talk a lot about self-care. But I kind of feel like if I take a half an hour to do something, then that's taking a half an hour away from something more important.
Mm-hmm. Well, self-care is important.
I know.
I know it could not feel important at times, but taking care of yourself can really help you kind of calm down and take a breather away from all the craziness. And then doing that self-care can also help you come back to the craziness with a more calm perspective.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Do you have any like recommendations for self-care?
Yeah, you can take a warm bath. You can maybe go out and buy a new outfit, or you could literally just sit in silence for a few minutes, kind of just breathing, taking a second to take in the silence, be with your own thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a commitment to try.
That's the most important thing, is to commit to try.
Yeah.
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 Okay, when you think of your situation, is there anyone that you think could help you, even if it's just taking you out for like a girl's day?
That's one thing about me is I have like amazing friends.
Mm-hmm.
And through all this last year, they've really like been there for me, just like conversation wise. But sometimes I feel like maybe I'm burdening them a little bit with
Mm-hmm.
like always reaching out and stuff. And they assure me that I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, but yeah, I definitely, I would say, I know that I can lean on my friends. It's my own head and my own thoughts that get in the way of reaching out more.
Mm-hmm. That's completely understandable. A lot of people feel like they're burdening their friends with situations and problems that they're having. Even if their friend does assure them that it's fine, you know, I'm your friend, I can help you with anything. It could feel like you're burdening them. So a situation to help you with that is you could go to them and just ask them again, like, are you sure I'm not burdening you? Are you sure this is okay? And then you could ask them to maybe reassure you just a few times throughout hanging with them to really help you know that they're your friends and they want to help you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense for sure.
Mm-hmm. So, what do you think would help you stay on track with your situation to change it?
I think, well, going back to like that priority list,
Mm-hmm.
I think that maybe if we could meet in like next week or something, or I'm not really sure how it works, but
Yeah.
If we could meet together to come up with a priority list and then just start like tackling each thing individually. I think I'm very list oriented.
Yeah.
I do well with lists. I know like it's written out for me. I can see it. I just have a hard time actually writing that list, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that like if my priorities were laid out, and we went through them and maybe like I could hear some tips and tricks from you on
Mm-hmm.
how to accomplish each thing, then I think that would help a lot.
Yeah, we can definitely do that in our next session.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, so thank you for meeting with me today. It was very, very nice to meet you. And since you said you don't understand necessarily how to make another session with me, you can go talk about it with my secretary and she'll help you sign up for another session.
Okay, that sounds wonderful.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
Thank you
for
so
coming in.
much. Appreciate it.
Have a nice day.
Bye-bye.